Welcome to another high school preview, a part of the Palmetto Dugout Show. Today we got Coach Lowry from Legion Collegiate. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, fellas?
We're doing pretty good. Talk about the Lancers a little bit coming up. So we'll start out. Let's talk about some of the guys you lost from last year's team and touch on last year's team a little bit.
Well, last year we were pitcher dominant. We had a lot of seniors, two in the starting rotation, a lot coming out of the bullpen. To lose Holinsky and Vanden Bosch and Roman Edwards and Colby Helms, Drink Walter, those guys that, came in with 3 years of experience pitching varsity and, just helped us out to a state championship and obviously to another 20-win season last year. Losing those guys hurt a lot, then counter that with losing a guy like Jack Killalea, with his bat and, his experience behind the plate. And then he played some first base for us. To lose him and Jay Douglas, who came on strong, really strong for us last year. To lose those will be big losses for our program. But, to have 17 more seniors coming up this year, you don't really lose. You lose a little bit, but you still got some guys waiting to go. A lot of those guys don't have varsity experience.
Yeah, now obviously losing some of those guys, and obviously some guys like you said that had 3 years worth of experience at the high school level. It's it's always hard to replace that experience, but you guys are returning quite a bit of guys as well too. Touch on a few guys returning not only on the mound but position player wise that you're looking to help lead the program this year.
Well, this is going to be one of those. It's a fun year and it's an exciting year for us. It's going to be a sad year for me because these are the guys that originally started with me when I took the job at Legion. When we opened the school, opened the program, these are the first four-year guys to go through. We got position player-wise, you have Devin Parks and, big-name guys, Ethan Belk, Laz Santos, Tyler Champagne, Jackson Reed. Those guys have been for 4 years, couple or 2-year starter varsity guys. Devin, EB are 3-year varsity starter guys. Those guys have carried the program. They've built the foundation of it. They know the way that we want to do it, have it done. And it's just exciting to see them come through there last year and to get to go there last year. And then you put on top of the mountain, you put William Spang and Xavier Pelzer. You put those two guys in your rotation, and you got something special, with Belk and Champagne also pitching for us as well. So, we lost a lot, but we still had some in the stable that I'm excited about. And 16 seniors, it ain't bad to have coming back.
No, not at all. 16 starters, 16 seniors. That's a lot to bring back. A lot of goodness.
Yeah, you got the stars a lot over there at Legion. You got some studs for sure.
Yeah, got some studs, got some guys, but then I got a lot of guys. I got a lot of seniors that only got a year of varsity experience, and when you have pitching like Holinsky and Pelzer and Vanden Bosch and Roman Edwards and Drake Walter, you didn't really give a lot of innings. William Spang being one of our big guys coming back this year, he come in. He's got a few varsity innings, but he would have way more varsity innings if he was at his regular high school, because he would probably pitch as a freshman, and he would have got a lot of starts. He got a lot of starts as a sophomore, a lot of starts as a junior. So now you're still wondering, you still got to get out there on the mountain now and perform. And that experience plays out.
Yeah, he'll be a big one for y'all too. Is from what I've seen.
He's grown so much.
Yeah. So let's jump into some newcomers to your varsity squad, or guys that's just stood out in your program coming into this high school season.
My junior class, you have Ryan Berg, who's kind of just all of a sudden just made a name for himself. He came in as a pitcher really, and he's grown, got bigger, got stronger, lefty bat. Hit really well for us last year. He's going to be a guy to look out for. Tyler Rosario will be another guy coming off the JV team that will be a junior, rising junior, big, strong, physical kid. Got a newcomer in the outfielder in Jace LaFleur. He came over from South Point. Little speedy second baseman. Going to probably use him in the corner outfield guy. He's going to be a big help for our program. And then we go down to the sophomore class, which is a ton of them. Sophomores and junior freshmen, man, I bet you it's probably half the program. It's 40, 45 kids in that program. You know, Andres Lopez is a name that comes and sticks out as a sophomore. That's a good bat, man. He's a good player. Gavin McDonald's another one that you guys got to look out for. And then, you know, freshmen, it's probably a gazillion of them. It's 10, 12 of them. You know, our freshmen, we just got a freshman team alone, and it's going to be 18 guys on the team. Just freshmen. And then we got some 8th graders that's coming up that are going to be really good. Hudson Reardon, Griffin McCain will be in middle school, but he'll be here next year. Man, I'm excited about the program. I'm excited about where we're headed.
No doubt. I mean, obviously you get, you know, the guys you got right now, obviously some of your seniors, your upperclassmen, that the guys that have been, you know, well known around the state for a while. And obviously those young guys kind of filling in it kind of keeps the ball rolling. You know, you don't have those drop offs, and, you know, whether it's high school, college, or whatever it is, it's always hard to continue, you know, the goodness going through that thing. Now, obviously, you know, you guys, you know, your schedule's a little bit different, you know, than kind of your more traditional school. But what are some expectations you're looking for from your boys this year? I mean, obviously you played that, you know, our tournament and preseason and, you know, your season, but kind of some things that you're looking forward with your guys.
Well, one of the things we talk about from the beginning is, even though we're not able to compete for a state championship, you always play for something in this game. Like we feel like we're at the bottom right now of a lot of these goals. And I said, if you're at this school, your goal is not to just be a college athlete. Your goal is to get a shot after college. That's my mindset. That would be my mindset going in. And so I tell our guys, that's what we're playing for. We're playing to develop to the next step. And development is winning. Development is playing the game the right way. Development is getting yourself better each and every day out, so that when it's time for you, with you guys coming out, or whoever it is, what college coach comes out to watch you, you perform well, so they look and they go, all right, he looks like he's ready for the next step. You know, and with these seniors just graduating, you know, slowly along the way from their 9th grade to their 12th grade, you slowly start to see those guys, and you're like, all right, he looks like he's ready to go now. Some took a little longer than others, but they're almost all there, and they're all ready to go, and they're ready to make that next jump. So that's most of the things that we preach now, because it is hard. I'm telling you, it's hard to coach when the kids know they don't play for a state championship. But it's easy to coach when you got a bunch of kids that have the desire to play at the next level. So it's a double-edged sword, but we get through it. We do it every day. We talk about it. And they love it. They still enjoy it.
Good. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, there's no championship there, but there are things you're aiming for to be better. And like you said, obviously, if you want to play at the next level, you got to have some burning desire inside you to be the best. And you know, it ain't just about putting up better numbers, but, you know, there's something about wanting to win that takes you a little bit longer.
Right.
All right. I got a question that's off the side here, but it relates to Legion. So you're a different kind of school, right? So take us through what it looks like to be an athlete at Legion as far as baseball compared to being at a regular high school.
So our day-to-day, so in the fall is a little different schedule than the spring. One thing that I will say about Legion that people get misconstrued or get messed up is that the academic side of it is extremely tough. It's no college prep courses. It's all honors or dual enrollment classes. So once you get to your junior year, you're taking all college courses with college professors on a college grading scale. So the academic side of it is very rigorous. We show up at 7:30. We work out, lift weights, do our speed and agility. At 9 o'clock, we're on the field practicing. From 9 o'clock to 10:15, 10:20, 10:30. Sometimes I get them out a little later at 10:40, and they're done in the fall. So they go for about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes on the field, and another hour and a half in the weight room and then speed and agility. And then they go to class from 11:50 to 3 o'clock. And then they're done. They go home. In the spring, we'll flip. They'll go to class from 7:30 to 11. And then at 11, we'll start baseball they'll go. Pitchers will go out and do their work, early work. Position players will go through baseball 101. Basically, we do like a baseball study every day of what we're doing in practice, and then they'll lift, and then we'll all practice together at 1:30. From 1:30 to 4 o'clock, pitchers will go lift once we start BP, so they don't have to shag. So I get them out of shag.
Well, them pitchers should really love you. I mean, that's.
Hey,
most pros. Let's be honest.
They got a coach that was a pitcher that hated shagging.
I mean, that's like a rite of passage to be a pitcher, ain't it?
Well,
go shag for 3
Sammy and Drew, you know what it really does, though? Honestly, we preach so much getting live game reps. Pitchers don't do nothing but get in the way. So my outfielders, they can get their reps. So basically, it's a double-edged sword. I get the pitchers off the field and position players complain. But I'm like, no, you're going to get 150, 200 fly ball reps in the outfield, and you ain't got to worry about nobody being there. So we can work on our communication, we can work on our reads and everything else, and the pitchers can go get their lifting and everything done. So I don't have to scream and yell at nobody and get all pissed off because I got a pitcher out in the outfield thinking he's King Griffey and he clips Devin Parks, and Devin Parks messes his knee up, and he's out for 2 weeks.
No, and you know what? Let's be honest. We can be the greatest coach in the world, but shooting some fungos at an outfielder ain't ever going to replace them chasing those balls off the bat in BP. I mean, it don't matter how many drills you go out and do, him chasing down those balls in BP. I'll never forget it watching, lucky enough to watch Jackie Bradley do it for 3 years. Every ball he chased down in BP, and people don't believe it. And then, it got popular, obviously, when he's in the big leagues. They called it power shagging or whatever. Yep. But he did it from the moment he stepped on the campus and just chased down every – so when he would make a play in a game, you'd go, he'd done it 54 times already, that nobody ever saw. And it's a great point of what you're talking about.
I played with Alex Gordon for 7 years. And once he moved from a third baseman to a left fielder, he took balls off the bat for 4 BP groups every day. Spring training, regular season, it didn't matter. Every day. Because he's like, if I'm going to be the best at it, then I have to practice at it every day. And I was like, well, if he can do it every day, then what makes you think that my ninth grader can't do it every day? Wow, you're going to have to do it too.
100%.
We'll get off topic here a little bit. I got one last question before we wrap this up. I know you're a big Tar Heel fan. So what's going on with the basketball team now?
I love the Tar Heels, man. And Sammy got a little nudge on me because the Wolfpacks took it to us in football. Man, you don't know how hurt I was. Man, I was hurt. It hurt. But you know what what's hurt me even worse now is listening to all these people talk about Drake May getting all this NIL money for other offers. I'm like, please don't let that persuade you to leave me. That would really kill me.
That's what me and Sammy talked about before the show. 2 people offered him $5 million.
Yeah.
Hey, especially when earlier in the season, he talked all that junk about NC State, about the only reason people go to NC State is because they can't get it. Then you're gonna chase the money. You throw the education piece right out the window and let you know you don't care. But exactly. I don't know, watching him finish the year, he might need to worry a little bit more about that education piece.
Well,
football piece.
I'm his biggest critic. My best friend, one of my best friends in the world right now, we coach baseball coming up, Dre Block. Like, we coached travel ball for about 5 years, and man, we really became good friends. And so I call him on Sunday sometimes. Sometimes he picks up when he's in a good mood and they win. Sometimes he don't when he's pissed off and they lose. But I asked him, I said, what happened those last 3 weeks compared to those first 8 weeks? And I just think that they did a better job of hiding coverages. His initial read, and obviously he got locked on Josh Downs a lot. And I was like, man, we just needed some guys to step up. But hopefully he stays. I pray that he stays. I know we got a good quarterback coming from Muff. That's supposed to be pretty good too. So if he does leave, we'll at least have a backup player. But Sammy still got the year advantage of bragging rights.
Wolfpack to the top right there.
Now if they beat us in basketball, it'd be even worse. I mean, I got beat by Sammy school and Drew's school all in one season.
Hey, it's a great year for PBR South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's tough. I mean, for us, obviously with you guys, it makes it neat for, because, obviously the high school season built around that, but it makes it neat. We get a chance to, obviously the preseason tournament, get a chance to watch you guys. We get a chance during the regular season. I've had a bunch of your guys come out to events and some scout days. So it's always, we're very appreciative of everything you guys do, for the state, for your players. So we appreciate you guys, everything you do and keep doing. And we definitely obviously appreciate you coming on the show and joining us today. And we look forward to obviously watching you this spring and preseason tournament and obviously the rest of the spring. So we appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys for having us. And thank you guys. Like I said, we love to come to that tournament. It's always been a good tournament. It's been a little cold sometimes, but it's always been a great tournament. And man, what better venue to play at? You can't play at a better venue than that. You got two fields running. You can go side to side. Drew's always hustling with the cameras, and all the kids love it, man. They love it. Drew's like that the media guy that I'm not. I wish I was good with the media and all that hypeness like he does. It's like I can't do that, guys. I just don't have that much time.
Hey, we're gonna try and get some better content than we had last year. So we'll see how it works.
We're working on a few things. I don't know if we'll be able to get it done, but we're trying to work on a few things to try to blow that thing up even more. And because obviously it's a special tournament in general, but especially with the players in it. But we're trying to work a few things on the work, see if we can get it done before it cranks up this year. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Hey, and maybe in a few years you can do a JV tournament down there too.
Hey now.
Hey, we're all in on those younger ones.
Yeah. I gotta find them guys a couple more games. So I gotta get a JV tournament.
Oh boy.
Man.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it, man. Appreciate you jumping on.
Fun. Man, you guys do a great job, exceptional job. Our kids love it. They love the rankings. They love know where to stand at. Kind of makes the job for a coach hard sometimes because the parents can come in and say, well, my son's ranked number 2 in the state. And I'm like, well, in the class above them, you got the number 1 player playing in front of them. So kind of doesn't work out for you. But it's always good. It's always good. I'm learning in my old school ways of how to accept it and how to go with it. And it's a part of the game. And it becomes a part of the game. And it is a big deal to these kids, And I told him, I said, back when I played, we didn't have none of this crap. I said, and I wish we did. It kind of let you know where you stand at and what your peers and what the people that are watching you think of you, what kind of player you are. It benefits some guys and some guys it hurts them. Some guys work, some guys don't. But it's always good. You guys do a good job of it. So thank you.
Well, we appreciate that.